Okay, so my name is Michelle, and this is my end of the year video wrapping up my spring 2019 semester and experience working as the communications intern for the College of Liberal Arts and Human Sciences. So this is just going to be a brief overview of everything I've done, and hopefully it allows some more insight about my experience as a whole and how much I benefited from it. So the first question is, what did you do as an intern? Firstly, I was in charge of creating posts for the College of Liberal Arts' Instagram, and I would have to go and take featured Friday pictures for students that feature who they are, what they're about, their accomplishments for the year. And so I would have to go out and take pictures of them and then come up with a creative caption to sort of capture them as a whole. And in addition to this, I also worked closely with department-related events, so I would be assigned going to specific events like Accelerate Demo Day Festival, where I would get a background of what the event was about, why you should go, and as a means of better promoting it for the general Virginia Tech audience. So I definitely enjoyed having to do that and getting more experience with photography and talking to new people and getting out of my comfort zone. And this internship connected to my major personally as an English and Communications double major, because as an English major I'm always trying to expand my horizons in terms of how I write for different audiences, because I like to write a lot of poetry and I like academic writing, but it's also important that I learn how to write for various audiences, like for social media posts and for a sort of journalistic sort of attempt at capturing an event or a person. It definitely helped in expanding and broadening my horizons in terms of writing. And on the communication side, I struggle with a lot of like social anxiety and not necessarily wanting to reach out to people who I don't have a personal connection with. So this experience definitely forced me out of my comfort zone in talking to new people and having to forge new relationships and connections with people that I probably wouldn't necessarily talk to unless life conspired to bring us together. But this internship definitely helped the communication side of me, because I definitely needed a push in that direction towards the comfort of being able to expand my horizons and talk to new people. What I learned from this experience is that as a freshman, it can be definitely super hard to get integrated into a community as big as tech and to feel comfortable in an environment where there are so many people, like tens of thousands of people. It's so much more different than high school, because in high school I had such a close-knit community and I felt like I could really easily assimilate into the environment. But here at tech, it was kind of hard to find my place, especially in a school that's very focused towards STEM and not necessarily the humanities. But this experience allowed me to meet people who were in my major or in my college, and definitely allowed me to feel like such a big school suddenly felt so much smaller. And I definitely feel like that was one good thing out of so many good things that came out of the internship as a whole. What could have been better is that sometimes I would freak out about assignments because I just didn't really want to talk to new people or to have to introduce myself at an event like, "Hi, I'm Michelle and I'm kind of scared, like, what's up? I'm here to take pictures and capture this event." Like, it's really, really hard for me to have to get out of the initial fear and out of the initial apprehension of not knowing how to handle a situation. Or if there was another person that I was interviewing for a featured Friday post, it would be kind of hard if they were more on like the timid side, such as myself, having to be the person to ask the questions and organize the meeting. It's just a little hard to have to delegate those tasks, especially since I'm not necessarily the most extroverted person myself. Overall, I had an amazing experience working with a college this year, and I definitely feel like this is probably the most valuable experience of my freshman year, and arguably could be the most valuable experience of my entire 4 years here at Tech. Because I didn't really think I would get the position, and when I did, I was faced with a lot of just hesitation about it, but after doing it, I feel like I was able to build a giant portfolio that will benefit me in my professional, artistic, and creative life, because now I have these tangible pieces of evidence that I did go out and talk to people, and I did take creative initiative when it was needed, and I did also I was able to use my skills in poetry and graphic design and all sorts of just my artistic pursuits. I was able to integrate them into my internship. So I definitely recommend it to anybody who has the opportunity to apply for the internship or to work closely with a college, because like I said, at a school that isn't necessarily a school that's for writers or poets or artists, like, it can be so intimidating to want to pursue your craft but not necessarily know how to when that's not the focus of the environment. But this school has been so gracious to me in terms of letting me explore my boundaries and horizons with working with new people and getting to go to backstage events and getting to promote these events to the larger Virginia Tech audience. It's just been a fantastic experience, and I'm definitely gonna miss it when I come back. I can definitely recommend to future interns, plan out your entire week so that you're not struggling to meet a deadline by the end of the week, because I know I have a lot of problems with executively figuring out, like, when should I do this, like balancing the responsibilities and roles of the internship with my academic life, taking 21 credits, so it was kind of crazy to have to balance like the internship assignments and also school. But when you think about it, school and the internship just go hand in hand, especially when you're involved in communications, when you're involved in English. The assignments only help you understand more of your academic side of things. So yeah, I loved my experience working with a college, and I hope that in the future I can continue to work closely with the college and its goals.